Hi there, it's Donna-Marie here, and in this video I'd like to talk to you about tennis balls. I'm sure you've all seen one of these, lots of fun. If I was to throw this tennis ball at you right now, which I won't do, but if I did and you were here with me, do you think you could catch it? I'm sure most people watching this, if not everyone, would say yes. I'm sure you'd be able to catch a tennis ball. What if I was to throw a whole bucket full of tennis balls at you? How many do you reckon you'd catch? One, maybe two, maybe even none at all, because they're all coming to you at once. You're probably taken a little bit by surprise. Now, a good friend of mine and my mentor, Brett McFall, he does a demonstration with tennis balls, and if you've seen him speak live, you may well have seen him do this demonstration. And what he does is he actually gets someone up on stage and he throws a tennis ball at them. Actually, he asks them first if they can catch a tennis ball, and when they say yes, he throws it to them. And most of the time, they catch it. He then throws them a dozen tennis balls at once, and I'm sure you can guess what happens. Most of them are dropped. They go all over the place, and if anything, they might catch one. I think I've seen two, actually maybe three. I vaguely remember one person caught three at once, which is, record really. The thing is, what I'm demonstrating with this is that what you focus on is just the same. If you focus on one thing at a time, there's a good chance that you'll achieve that task, that you'll get it completed. If you're trying to do 10 things at once, or a dozen things, or 100 things at once, like some of us try to do, chances are you're not going to get any of them done. And so it's all about focus. When you can focus on less things, there's more chance that you'll get them done. So when you're planning what you're doing in your work each day, if you have a to-do list or something like that, or you've got projects that you're working on, I really would encourage you to limit the number of things you're doing at any one time. Now, there used to be a time, I remember back in the 90s, I think it was late 80s, early 90s, multitasking became a real thing. I know a lot of organisations, government organisations as well, they started trying to multitask, and a lot of staff members were being trained in multiple roles, and they'd even be rotated on a 3-monthly or 6-monthly basis from one position to another. The idea being that a number of people in any organisation would be able to do any job. Now, this sounds great in theory, but what happened is that people didn't know, like they knew half a dozen jobs or 10 jobs a little bit. None of them really knew one job exceptionally well. Or sometimes they might be just starting to get to know the job, and then they're rotated to another area. And it actually didn't work that well in practice. The same goes in your organisation. If you're working on 10 projects at once, you'll be finding that you're doing a little bit on this, a little bit on that, a little bit on this, and you're never really getting anywhere. So what I encourage you to do is to take a look at what you're doing in your business and have a look at where you can narrow your focus. What areas are you trying to do too much at once? And can you narrow that down a bit? Maybe it's with the services you're offering or the products. Maybe you're offering too many. Now, if it doesn't take your time, if you've got other people managing them, it might not be such a problem. But if you are finding that things are a little bit messy, or you're not quite achieving the goals you want, do take a look at whether you've got too much going on and you need to narrow that focus. So, one tennis ball at a time, capiche? I'm sure that you'll find that there'll be a huge improvement, not just in the results that you're seeing, but also in the way that you're feeling and the way that you're able to handle the situation and the way that you're managing your business. Now, if you like this video, remember to go to donnamarie.com and subscribe for updates. And that way we'll send you an email each time there's a new video posted with new tips for you on how to design a profitable business that fits your lifestyle.